it's really suited for all kind of people, because it's gonna make you feel better mind-wise and body composition-wise. So I can highly recommend it, like really for everyone.
Cool.
So I've been very, very happy with the results. And you know, to be honest, when I started, I expected to be more sluggish, because in the past it's always been like this. When you know, like when I did like regular training plans, and people expect you to keep the carbs high, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, like the most dramatic thing I took out of this, and I will keep it up, is I've been always in tune with my intuition all of my life, you know, like for creating art, relationships, you know, like I'm a very intuitive person, but for you know, like leaning down, getting more in tune with my body, I always followed strict plans. And it was something like, it created a lot of pressure within myself. And so what you told me and taught me gave me the tools, the first time in my life, to lean down intuitively. And that's a dramatic change in my mindset, you know. And man, it's a life changer. One more thing I experienced, like with the combination of eating this way and training, is like my mental clarity was so much through the roof. And it's the total opposite of what I experience normally when I'm on a diet, you know. Normally you lose weight, you get sluggish, my creativity goes away. None of that happened. It's crazy, man. Like I was, it's funny, when we sat on the balcony in the morning, like in the last weeks, I always told my fiance, like, fuck, I feel laser sharp, you know. Like I'm awake like 10 minutes, had a shower, and I'm like ready to go. So I'm just, you know, like building a web shop and all of this stuff aside from my regular job and organizing the wedding. And it feels like a breeze, to be honest, you know, like, okay, let's do this. Coming home in the evening after like 8 hours of tattooing. Normally I'm like, and I just kept going, you know. So
that's the thing.
Really cool.
People miss out on nutrients, and they don't understand, like, if you don't get nutrients in, you're not going to feel good, and it's not even going to work, because I mean, it will work for a short amount of time, but eventually your body will make you get those nutrients in the form of what people call binge eating or emotional eating or whatever they call it. It's just your body telling you, yo, we need nutrients, and we're going to make you like a zombie walk to the pantry or whatever it is and eat whatever you got. And just because you missed out on nutrients. And people don't realize it's not impossible. It's actually very easy to get nutrients and eat in a way that makes you lose fat at the same time.
Man, I think my pull-ups went up like in 3 weeks in a deficit, like 3 or 4 pull-ups, you know, on top of my max, you know. Because I was slimming down. And for bodyweight exercises, it's perfect. I think I didn't lose any strength, you know.
You could have gained it as well, because that's another benefit of having a nutrient centered approach to losing weight, is that people miss out on the nutrients and then they actually lose weight, but they're losing lean body mass as well. So if you have this nutrient centered approach, you can actually put on lean body mass, or at least maintain it, while at the same time you're burning fat in the background. So
it's like a big recomposition, right? Like I think this is the first time in life now that I have that intuitive approach to eating and training, you know, when I found the new way of the high frequency training and the reps in reserve, plus the combination of like following my instinct for what I'm going to eat today or what not, you know, what attracts me. I think like I wrote you, in maybe 1.5 or 2 years, I might finally fucking have the body composition that I want, you know.
There you go.
I let go all that bodybuilding shit. If you know, like if I look like you on the photo plus maybe 7-8% body fat, I would be the happiest guy in the world, you know. I let go of that stupid bulking and cutting mindset as well. You know, and if you have that positive like nitrogen balance, or how it's called, like you said, you're probably gonna lose fat and add up muscle, even if it's slow, but you're gonna be way more fulfilled with your look, and not like be flabby for half of the fucking year, you know.
It's nonsense. People don't realize that when these bodybuilders are bulking and cutting, like when they cut, they're getting to like single digit body fat, 5% for shows, right? And when they're bulking, they're getting up to what, 15% at most, which is what most people are at already. And so, and then you got these people, oh, I got a bulk, and they're going up to 25% body fat. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? You don't need to do that to gain muscle. You can, a healthy body fat percentage can be anywhere from 10 to 15%. You can gain muscle in that range very easily. And you can still see your abs as well.
Yeah, I think your way of doing it is really cool, because you are giving people the tools for finding out themselves. And you're not like, this is the strict box, and if you do this or that, you know, there are some guidelines and rules, and if you do it for 1 or 2 weeks, you're gonna feel it.
You see all this talk recently about metabolic dysfunction.
Yeah.
And you see this talk in these spheres of like carnivores and keto and this kind of stuff. But nobody is really addressing, like, you know, some people say it's sugar, other people say it's fat, people say vegetable oil, but it's like, what if we just simply reduce it down to energy? Because that's what our metabolism is doing, right? It's creating energy. And if we already have all this stored energy in our body, and then you're just dumping loads of more energy, it's going to cause a clog, right? It's an overload. It's system overload, right? You're not going to be able to handle it, and your body's going to get clogged up. And maybe this can explain things like diabetes and, you know, these kind of things. And
of course, man.
And some of these studies, they're finding, like, if, like, literally, if you just fast the person with type 2 diabetes, their type 2 diabetes will literally just vanish. It just goes away. Man. What are you doing when you're fasting? You're depleting your body of energy. Crazy, that's it. You center on the nutrients, and then you just got these knobs you can turn. Okay, energy up, energy down.
Yeah.
To manage your body composition. That's it. I mean, it really is pretty simple, but
it is, man.
What kind of person would you recommend to try coaching with me?
Man, to be honest, a lot of persons, you know, because I know it's gonna change aspects of different levels of your life. The first aspect is like to get back to intuitive eating and trusting yourself. If you're on the high nutrient and protein side, you know, there's not gonna be a lot of confusion, you know. I think it can fix a lot of people's gut health that is directly connected to their mental health, you know, like, hey, if people are depressed for quite a while, why don't try to change in diet? Because your gut microbiome gonna change for the better. The typical business guys that always struggle with, like, you know, oh, my shirt. They have like 10 kilos too much. And they're gonna go on a fucking diet of eating salad, going jogging, and you know, I can see the rebound incoming. It's really suited for all kind of people, because it's gonna make you feel better mind-wise and body composition-wise. So I can highly recommend it, like really for everyone.
Cool.